very vibrant red scales.
Very pretty. It's very nice. Also, hello! I'm Kaheen.
I'm going to repeat back to the guy in his own voice. The treasure has to be here.
What the small one said. Both of you. You know, the
Words and
our
things.
small one
He scratches his scales on his.
that spoke with your small ones. You, fuck.
What are you doing?
One
What are you doing here?
Well, and the gnome interjects. We're rummaging the place.
Yeah, fair enough.
The half dragon scowls at him, and he goes, and then turns to us. We're rummaging the place.
Well, while our initial plan was something along those lines, as the presence of our cleric friend may indicate, we also have ulterior motives. We have reason to believe that a demonic cult has taken up residence in this place, and the Order is paying us to do everything in our power to investigate and or eradicate it.
Also, there's a lot of blood and like bloody bags and shit in the other room. If you guys want to go deal with that.
Yes, there was some kind of creature that we believe the cult members were feeding their victims to. It was rather gruesome.
Or incredible coincidence.
Or that.
Well, that's good to know. He looks at his map. He's like, do you guys have a map to this place?
Why? What's it to you?
You
Well,
literally said, "Let's compare maps."
I said
before.
that out of character before I kicked the door in.
I know, I know. He's like, well, I got a map, but it says that there's treasure here, and I don't believe it because I can't seem to find it.
You just have a map that's like treasure here. I left it in this demonic prison.
Any treasure on a map is only useful if the place is unoccupied. Since there are clearly goings-ons in these buildings that involve sentient creatures, humanoids, humans, elves maybe, demonic spawn, it's likely that anything that can be moved has been moved in order to accommodate their operation. So
He scratches his bald head as he listens to your loquacious explanation.
Basically, the treasure on your map is the only thing these maps are good for is maybe where doors are and where rooms are. Anything else has gone out the window ever since as a result of there being other things in here.
Wait, your map has windows?
Well, there is a window on one of the doors, but that was just so that we could look in and not see anything useful.
Quick interjection. Thank you for having me. I have a water leak in my ceiling. So
Go fix that.
Oh,
yeah,
Go
I
fix
feel-
it.
We'll try to get your character
I can
killed.
handle it. So I will. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Donatas.
bye.
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 May he rest in peace.
So I offer to exchange map information, as long as they promise not to interfere with our demon-killing business.
I suppose.
In fact, how about this?
for
If you help
40%.
us, there's extremely yeah, that's actually what I was getting to. There's 2 of them, and 4 of us. That seems fine because I'm not saying this out loud, but we're also getting paid by the Order, so it's actually a better deal than it sounds like. So I'll say sure. Anything we
40%
find.
of what
Yes,
you're
it's a
being
mall, 'cause I
paid,
need
and
this.
70% of any treasure you found.
How about
the
this?
half dragon smiles to himself like he's so slick. He just said numbers.
He's like, ah, got him.
Those are
I'm
good
so
numbers,
good
my
at
friend.
this.
May I counter offer with not that one?
How about
Counter
this?
offer. That's when you go counter offer with boom, boom, boom.
We'll give you 30% of if you actually help us kill all the demon people, we'll give you 30% of what we're getting paid, and we'll give you all the treasure, but except for we each get to select 1 or 2 items first, and then you can have
I don't
everything
know.
else.
The numbers I said were bigger.
Yes, but
Or
the
we'll
numbers
just-
that you will receive are bigger on this end because math.
Yes, what
Trust
he
me,
said.
I am a
He
mathematician.
quickly turns to the gnome as if you're speaking a different language, and he wants him to translate. The gnome just looks at you guys and looks at him, smiles. He goes, "Yeah, they're saying bigger numbers."
Haha, see, I am the math wizard magician.
The math magician.
Yes. Haha.
Algebraic.
Mathemagical. Okay, let's do it.
The half-dry dragon claps his hand. He's like, "Perfect. They have fallen for my trap because I am so smart."
I run to this door and kick it open.
Which is obviously worse than mine.
Oh, can you? I asked them to draw on my map everywhere they've already been.
They said they have.
So you should just draw on my map everywhere they've already been.
They have been.
Because then we don't have to actually search those places.
Also, do we see anything in the room that's peculiar? He
Yeah,
said there's
what's in
supposed
this
to be
room?
treasure here. I'm gonna roll perception.
Sure. There's a giant treasure chest in the corner that they hadn't noticed yet.
It's a very dark corner to give them credit,
Very
but
dark corner.
Give me a sec.
oh damn.
Nice perception.
Oh yeah, not bad at all. Yours was bad, but his wasn't.
Hers.
Hers.
Is-
No,
Is Colleen male?
No.
Okay.
Christ,
can
I
never
said
tell if a
Crease
dragon-
Creeks was
dragon-
Neither have tits and neither has junk until you kind of prod and find out.
Oh, it's a dragon. It's probably got like a cloaca or something. Unless you
Yeah.
believe the internet, in which case it's got a massive thorny dick.
In which case it's got balls like the fucking behemoth.
And has a line of dildo products modeled after its wiener.
You just need to make. There needs to be a dragonborn
No, there doesn't.
bard that just runs that. Yes, there does.
Very profitable.
It's like what do you have? I have artisan and craft silicone.
So they're the owners of Bad Dragon.
I am the worst dragon there is.
I'm so shitty. I literally can't do anything. Okay, so there was nothing else in this room, Tim? Or was there?
I think he's drawing where they were
Oh,
to try to.
Is that supposed to be a body?
No, it's a word
What?
no.
It's a sad thing. That's a no.
Oh, I think he said this is no.
Yeah. Okay.
Because we're looking at their map. Or we're copying what their map is on their map.
Treasure here.
So was there? And so I asked them, was there nothing in that room with the sad face in it?
Hold on a sec. He's like, well, the map, according to our map, it says treasure is here, there is junk, and there's just a sad face there. We thoroughly opened the door using our amazing and superior eyeballs, and we've determined we don't want to go in.
Why?
Well, we opened it, and it was nothing shiny.
Fair enough. I
This-
understand your plight.
In this room, there's a lot of there's weapon racks of not like superior crafting, but like you have like spears and polished metals, things that are very shiny.
Do I see a mall, perhaps, to
Yes.
replace my own? Awesome.
Yes.
I'm just gonna.
However, at the base of it is everything has geometric shapes on it.
Don't touch it!
I don't touch it.
It's demon Satan words.
They're all
Get out of my house
mathematical
with that black magic.
Creek
shapes.
points at it and goes, "That's a triangle."
You're not
In
wrong.
the voice of someone that's clearly uneducated but incredibly proud of themselves.
Well done, Creek. Why
Egyptian
why
looks
is it
"Fuck you,
demon?
have to
I
use
don't
a
understand.
language.
I don't understand. It's demon? Is
This,
bad?
yes, these are the inscriptions of the demonic cult. We've seen them scrawled on the walls. We believe they are channeling some sort of demonic energy through this entire place.
Do I sense anything?
Or
with
they're
my
a fan
divine
of
sense?
shapes.
He is a paladin, so
Yeah.
he might have a better get a better sense of it. That was just my interpretation because
Okay,
I recognized it.
You reach out
Yes.
to it and you feel it's not the typical palpable evil. It feels weird. It feels there isn't a word for it, but you know the feeling. But it isn't evil. It isn't Horn's evil. It's not demon evil.
It's not demon evil, but it doesn't feel right. Do the other ones have inscriptions on them and stuff?
The other ones, they feel evil. They feel the familiar evil.
The other
But
what?
the mall does not. The mall feels weird.
But they have the
Not
same
mo-
symbols on them, right? Or similar symbols.
That's the only one with symbols. The rack has symbols. It's just more or less labeled and or aligned with the room. Upon further inspection compared to the glyphs on the walls, it's a little cockeyed from how it's supposed to be.
Cockeyed, like uneven, or
Uneven.
okay.
However, it fits in line with the, I'd say it's cockeyed and uneven of how it should be, but with all the geometric shapes, it sort of lines up, I guess.
So,
You said that
the geometric shapes, they're not each geometric shape on the wall or something is in perhaps not the same order as on the rack, or vice versa? Or is there an order to be seen that could be seen if I look very, very closely with my lizard folk eyes?
It doesn't seem to make any sense, but it feels correct.
I turn around and I say, "This doesn't make any sense, but it feels correct."
Yeah, the best sense that I got when examining these symbols earlier in different rooms is they are less of a spell or an engraving, more of just a arcane marking of some kind.
However, the spears are normal evil. You know, they have like demon heads at the point. Like
No,
they
so
open
these
up.
aren't the spears that were here when the King Lord was ruling the castle.
Probably not.
Probably not. Okay.
They don't fit the aesthetic.
Sure. Maybe he just had a really bad interior decorator.
I'm gonna turn to the other dragonborn kind of fellow and be like,
Oh no, he is no dragonborn.
half dragon, half wolf. Demon.
He's a were-dragon.
Weird dragon. He turns into a human on Tuesdays.
I turn to the scaled
Collects
fellow
stamps.
and go, "Have you tried pulling at the things as if it could be levers? You know, perhaps start with this one right here. It looked at me weird." And I'm gonna step back.
He stands there triumphantly, and he goes to raise his claw, and he doesn't want to admit that he didn't. He goes, "You know, the gnome didn't try that, but I'm sure we could give it a go. Fizzbang, you're an idiot. Why didn't you think of that?" I knew that all along, but why didn't you think of that? I don't want to do everything for you. I hired you to do things.
Yeah, Fizzbang. Clearly, He has trust in you because he thought that you'd done this thing, but you obviously have not. That is why they haven't not done it until now, which they are doing now.
I'm gonna leave the room.
Good help is hard to find.
What's that?
I'm over here now. I said I'm leaving the room.
Oh.
I'm gonna
I'm
poke my
standing
way. I'm gonna
very
make
far
my
away,
way. I'm gonna
but
make
you-
my way down here, but I'm not gonna be there yet.
I went. Yeah.
I'll stay in the room, but I'm gonna be back a distance.
I'm just gonna,
Pretend inspecting other things on the wall.
while keeping your eye out to the side.
Yeah.
Let me check my note. Why is there a jack of spades?
Because you gave them to me.
Oh, right.
Oh boy.
What are you doing? Okay, sorry.
So what happens? Nothing. I assume he picks it up and nothing happens.
Nothing immediately happened.
Okay, I'm gonna go look in the room with the giant jack of spades in it.
Alright, you enter the room.
There's a giant jack of spades on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
There's a card on the floor.
What?
Is
a
this
what?
your card?
I mean, it was. I don't think it counts as mine
Oh.
anymore because I took it out of my
Oh
invisible deck.
shit! It's fucking wild.
Crowd goes wild. Double check this page. It's all
Now it's on Thomas.
one.
No, crunch.
Oh, you gotta
Well-
check what's in here.
Quit reading my notes. Yes, it goes crunch. Yes, okay. Alright, give me a sec.
I gesture for the Dragonborn to come with me. I might need backup. You never know.
So, the door opens easily, and inside,
My dancing lights are with me, by the way.
yes, there is a crown made of demon faces.
A crown made of demon faces is
They're all
my Slayer cover band.
it's like demons and demon faces, and they're flying upward, and they form a crown.
Is it just like sitting on the floor?
It's sitting on a pedestal,
Okay.
and there's a light above it,
Okay.
and it's on a cush.
Okay. Is there anything else
And
in the room?
there's a nice rug. There's a chest. Let's see.
I cast detect magic on the crown.
It is indeed magical. It has some transmutational magic, actually,
Interesting.
and mild restorational magic. Let's see. Where is? I should probably check the index.
Seems unlikely that it would murder me if I touched
Okay.
it. but-
I thought you were saying it seems unlikely. Excellent. Excellent. And I don't feel bad.
Dragonborn, is Kallian coming with me?
Or if nothing happened in the
Nothing.
No,
happened.
the mole lifts up
You're breaking up,
a
Tim.
little bit. What? Did you
Toss.
pick up the mole?
No, the other guy did.
Oh, okay. He lifts it very easily. He's like, oh, this is a nice mole. But he clumsily drops it and he's like, well, it was a nice mole, now it's junk.
because you dropped
If it doesn't want to stay in my hands, it's obviously junk.
That is how that works.
Damn it, Fizzbang. Fizzbang consoles his employer. He's like, yes, my apologies, sir. It is obviously junk. I'm sure it is just not worthy of being in your hands, and that's why it fell quite out of them.
I'm gonna tiptoe over here because I'm sensing somebody needs me.
I just don't want to walk into the room with a giant crown made of demon faces all by myself.
There's also a chest in the corner.
A chest in the corner. I throw a hunter sigil at it and see if it turns into a mimic. I don't actually have one of those, but that's what I should do.
You mean a rock?
No, there's like a sigil in Dark Souls that pacifies mimics if you throw it at them.
And the face opens up and the tongue comes out.
And it's like, nah. And then you like take the money out of its throat, I guess.
So, I
The
come
crown
over.
has transmutation and restoration, so it's some kind of buff-giving crown, but I don't think it's like trapped or anything.
Sounds gross. So, do I?
The cleric points. The clerk. Yeah, the clerk. Pokes his head through. He's more of a clerk than a cleric.
The shopkeep.
He has one level in cleric, and 5 levels in administrative assistant.
Pretty much. He knows very minor.
How many
little
caster
stuff.
levels does that get you?
7.
What?
More than you.
In
Yeah,
bureaucracy.
more than you think.
It only if you're casting bureaucracy subtype spells.
Right.
Yes.
Casting buffs and casting spreadsheet magic, though. Fucking.
It's spreadsheet magic. He excels at it.
So what does he do when he steps in the room and sees all the demon shit?
Do I sense anything?
He uses his power pointer to make it small and soft.
No, the cleric. What do they say?
He backs up from it like, oh, what is that?
Can we like cleanse this room somehow? Do you know any
Yeah.
rituals?
Yeah, it will take a little bit of time, but sure, I guess I could.
Okay,
But-
do it.
Do I have to do it in the same room as that thing?
Is what same thing?
I don't know. You're the one casting the spells thing, right?
I'm gonna knock the helmet on the ground or the crown.
With your hand?
Yes.
You're gonna knock it off?
Yes. No, I'll just take the pillow and kind of. It's sitting on
Okay.
like a fancy cushion. I'm gonna desecrate the demonic shrine.
Okay. So it clings to
Nice
the ground,
vandalism.
and you feel a wave of wrathful feelings pulse out of it, as if it didn't like that.
I whittle on it. Except not. Okay, a wave of angry feelings.
Emanate from it.
Okay. Do I take any damage?
No.
Then I don't care.
Excellent.
There's another.
Continue to-
There's only
Yeah.
one way out of this room, right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna walk over here and check this room, and then tell the cleric, "Hey, set up. I'll make sure this place is safe, and you can continue your ritual while we search the rest of this castle."
He starts to pull out his chalk and he's drawing it along.
Okay.
And he's gonna continue drawing.
Okay. I can check this door. This one here.
Okay. And room numeral 8 and east 2. Okay. It is another broken door. Barely on its hinges. Whatever has passed through here has no respect on how to open doors.
Oh. Okay.
Do I see that too?
Yeah. We're both searching this kind of together. So, hey, you, the one with the big arms and whatnot. Maybe you should open it.
Say again?
I said
You're
maybe. I
also
said
cutting.
maybe you should open it.
Oh yeah.
If you're using
First-
push to talk, Willie, you need to hold it down a little bit longer
I
before you stop.
am not. I might just need to speak closer to my mic.
Might be that case, yeah.
So just a time check. 11:30. Mine and Thomas's time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
9:30.
And Lauren's as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can call it.
Thomas.
I want to know
has
what's on the other side of this door, and then we can pause it.
Well, begins the hallway but
Then it stops. Tim, a hallway that stops is just called a room.
thanks, Willie.
Is there anything? Is there anything else in here? Anything that looks like it might threaten the cleric while he's doing his ritual?
Actually, yes. He
I
he
just
jumps
had to
up at the
ask,
sound of it
didn't I?
clanging on the ground,
For real.
and then he continues on drawing his thing, and then he eeps like a mouse. He squeaks like a mouse, as he's like, "Something touched me. Something touched me. I don't know what. But
Bad
I was
touch.
drawing, and something touched me. It was bad. I don't like it."
Show us on
It's
the
a
doll
bad
where the
touch?
demonic presence touched you.
He looks around. There's nothing.
And this happened right when I opened the door to this hallway.
Yes.
Oh.
Can
Did I
detect
feel anything?
evil?
Yeah. Did I feel anything brush by me?
No. No.
What detect that one, that thing. Detect the
Yeah,
evils.
Detect. Well, detect.
Detect Donald Trump.
I'm gonna
So,
do divine
There
sense
is
again.
a strong demonic vibe coming from the ground.
I'm gonna smash the crown with the rest of my maul. Just kind of wail on it until.
It doesn't even so much as dent the ground.
The crown cannot be destroyed by any weapon that we here possess.
All right.
But
Sorry. Continue.
more emotions erupt from it.
I'm not gonna touch you, you little prick.
And he said he felt some kind of presence. So what's down that hallway then?
Let's see. This hallway?
Yeah, the one that I just opened the door to. And that the cleric felt some kind of presence when I opened the door to it.
Well, he's drawing over here. Oh, you can't.
So
see
it might
this.
not necessarily have been related.
He was drawing inside the room at the same time that you opened the door. He felt a presence. He
Right.
felt something touch him or brush his leg.
Was it Kenku walking through the door?
No.
No.
Uh,
I was just like kind of walking around doing a weird head bob thing.
you could peer through this, and it was normally supposed to be a storage closet of like ritual supplies, but it looks like it's been ransacked. But there are trace amounts of ritual supplies, so you figure that's what it was for.
Why would you ransack your own supply cupboard?
And there is a hole drilled through the wall.
Is there a dick poking out of it?
No, it was enough
Yeah.
to climb through, though.
Okay.
You could tell it was not made from here because the masonry doesn't match,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks like it's been mined through.
So
And
it
it's
may
enough to
be.
climb.
Oh, so it may be the case. I turn to my party members and like, it may be the case that the demonic order is not the only organization that's taken up residence in this castle in its lord's absence.
Do you suggest that there's some travelers, or perhaps something else?
Well, the place is rather enormous and has a wealth of food, treasure, resources. There's a big library somewhere, I believe. Any number of wild creatures or tribes might have taken up space, and it's not unreasonable that they would also have uses for the magical components that would be stored in a demonic cult's storage closet. I can't tell exactly what, but anything from elves to goblins.
Let me check something for their map.
If I look in the hole, do I see anything, or is it pitch dark, or have I moved the dancing? My dancing lights are just basically hovering around my head at this
Yes.
point.
Freehand.
Oh, does it just lead into that hallway?
Yeah, let me just double check to see if they went here. And they did.
Interesting.
There. To support your statement.
Also, so were you saying that you wanted to take a break here?
Yeah.
Okay. So this will kind of a good decent stopping point. We'll say we'll take a short rest and pause the game for now while the clerics cleansing this demonic throne room or helmet crown storing room.
Yeah.
Make sure Creek doesn't take the crown. It is shiny after all.
It is.
Flip cigar.
Hey, how can a bird even do that? Your
hands.
longest feather.
Yeah, I just one feather pops up.
Why are you pointing? I don't understand.
Actually, we can go on a little bit long. There's a cliffhanger. Like, actually, off in the distance, you can hear unnaturally loud sobbing. It sounds like a young female.
It's a demon monster.
Nope, it's
Left
a
for
witch.
dead.
Witch,
Or
left out.
Dead witch.
Oh no!
For the age of which it sounds, it shouldn't be that loud.
So it's unnaturally. It's loud but far away. Okay.
Yes, it is both far away and loud enough to distinctly pick up that it's young and female,
like whatever,
childlike.
whatever it is crying into a microphone almost, or a megaphone.
Yeah.
And that's coming from through the hole in this wall that leads into this storage
Yes.
closet from the outside. Okay.
Yes.
Dun dun dun. To be continued. Probably.
Probably. So, questions.
Sure.
In regards to the ooze, is thinking about including more of those carrion crawlers, so that way you would have to fight both.
Mm-hmm.
Try and use them against each other.
That certainly would have made the fight harder.
Yeah, but I didn't expect you guys to do so much damage in the first round.
That was a.
When you use
that
your
was just
daily
a-
abilities, yeah.
Yeah.
I have a
But
burst damage like a motherfucker, but not much beyond that besides being there and doing my thing.
I figured it wouldn't have changed much. It would have just been, okay, round 2 of the fight.
Yeah.
And it would have, not the excitement, but it would have just felt drawing out a concluded fight.
It felt like the ooze
Yeah,
itself
right,
was
right. You mean
careless enough for me.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. It was very risky.
You guys
yeah,
handled it.
And I see what you mean. Though definitely, if you, it would have created an interesting challenge if the carrion crawlers had come in like much sooner.
Yes. I probably should have introduced them earlier, or had them scrolling along, have them trigger the ooze's appearance.
Ah, that's a good one too. Starting with the ads.
I didn't want you guys leaving. I had the body as like you could use it to buy yourself more time for the ooze.
Right. Which we kind of did.
Yeah.
We used it to when it went for the bodies. We took that to round basically to reposition.
Yeah. According to the book, it could see everybody, and it should have went after you guys. Miss.
Right.
But I didn't read that it had tremor sense, and that it would have normally done that. It goes based off of sound and heat.
Yeah.
So I just was like, okay, this is what it always does.
Right.
When it's released out of its cage, it knows it's just out of sheer habit it goes this way, and then
Right.
it actually pays attention to what its sensations.
Which is interesting because it's almost like the tremor set, the sound, and whatever. It actually makes all the torture devices make sense because that's how the demonic cult makes sure that it can find its food.
Yes.
Is it has its food strapped up to an active hobbling wheel,
Yeah.
which is all kinds of fun.
Let's see.
I liked the fight personally because
It was very thematic.
yeah,
Okay.
it was very nice. It was very well put together. It was a little spooky, especially for me, because like as far as I know, I'm the only like melee fighter here,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
and so
I can melee, but it's better if I do it.
Like, hey, tank, you're fine up there all by yourself, right?
Basically, well, it's the I have a ranged weapon. Why should I go up to where it can punch me? Where it
Right.
can't?
Yeah, I did have the traps on the floor 'cause I was thinking like if somebody has tried to escape, it would hobble them enough that the ooze could just easily catch up to it since it has a move speed of 20 feet.
Right.
mm,
Or if we tried to just like run around in circles.
Yeah, that'd be
I thought-
less of an option.
I thought it was
Uh.
definitely threatening enough to be be noticed and be
Yes.
wary about.
It was a good
not
mini-boss.
so threatening that it's immediately like we need to attack this, because we didn't immediately do that. We kind of sat around in the corner for a while, like, what should we do?
Maybe it won't notice us, which is actually kind of scary in its own way, or tense in its own way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Where you're sitting there wondering if it's even going to come after you or not.
And we didn't solve the puzzle, but we had a way through the puzzle without
Yes.
without solving its standard.
I do have a couple wandering monsters, but I'm not quite sure when to introduce them. The carrion crawlers were some of the wandering monsters, and
What
as
up?
you noticed, they'll wander into your guys' fights in the future.
Yeah. Yeah, and I would almost just have make a roll and have that roll be affected by the number of combatants because they're just drawn to the sound.
Yeah. Let's see. I am running out of places to put the other wandering monsters, so
Have a large turf war in the middle of a hallway.
let's see. The half dragon veteran and the thug. In my head, it's sort of the Zap Brannigan and Kurt.
I got that kind of vibe.
Yeah. Or Kith.
Kif, thank you.
Zach Brannigan is Kirk, basically.
Yeah.
like putting too much air in a balloon.
Let's see. He continues to claim that there has to be treasure here. He can smell it. A map says so, because I wrote it.
Wait, he wrote the map?
Well, he wrote stuff on the map.
Oh, sure.
On his map.
Right.
Let's see.
I wrote treasure here, so there has to be.
That's definitely how that works.
Trying to think. He wrote junk in that room. Though, if you guys ask him about it, he hasn't crossed through that threshold yet. Fizzbang told him the terrible idea there's junk in there. And there is such putrid junk, it will just overwhelm your great sensibilities and kill you to death.
A demonic crown. Now the real question that is lingering in my mind at this cliffhanger is why isn't anyone wearing this crown? And if so, why is it being stored here as if waiting for its owner to show up? Cool.
Cool.
Mucho gusto.
Mucho goose.
The only other thing I'm worried about is fights in a hallway. Should I do that or no?
That is
I-
up to you.
I like.
Yeah.
If you can make it a Scooby-Doo thing where there are like multiple overlapping hallways that we can like move through and chase and be chased down, that's fine. If it's literally just a super narrow hallway, it can become a little less interesting.
Mm-hmm.
As for like if you can move through each other, usually that's a very big worry for that kind of thing.
Yeah, how wide is the hallway is like an important question to ask.
Well, it looks like they're...
Well, I'm not talking specifically for this, but if you just in general, You should always think about encounters as creating decisions for the party.
Yeah.
A fight in a narrow hallway removes decisions, because the only decision is to stand there and attack the thing that's right in front of you.
Stand your ground.
Stand your ground.
Encounter this Final Fantasy-esque fight.
Yes.
Let's see.
Dun, dun, da, 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 dun, dun, da, 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 bum, bum, ba, da, 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 da.
It's very epic, and you can feel the pressure of determination flow through you.
The crown has been sitting there for a long time. It gives you determination.
Put me on.
Despite it,
No,
and
don't hit
despite
me.
it all,
Ow, ow, ah.
Same.
How do I save it? Oh,
I think if you just this session will just be saved in the game.
all right. Let me. Not everybody quit out of it, but let me exit.
Quick, everybody leave! All that for
Ah,
gone
So
forever.
wait, what were you asking? Oh, is if it stays?
Yeah,
yeah.
Yes,
the
it will.
game just because it's like it's a game in
It
your
saves.
account.
Yeah, it saves in that like state.
Books.
I mean, I like all I could do right now is I could delete my icon and then be gone next time everyone logs back in. But otherwise, it's good to go.
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. Trying to think.
Don't hurt yourself.